I promised myself two things. Firstly, never ever would I go to a vegan market. And secondly, I'd never shoot expired film again. But what do you know, here we are. Ace here, and do I have some serendipity for you all today? And not first of all is this delightful polka music. Just take a second and enjoy that sweet bump bump beat and the happiness that comes from the squeeze box. Why, you can almost smell the meat-free schnitzel from here. Talking about schnitzel, there will be no obliging, big-armed, blonde-haired Helgas here today, but I'll get onto the topic of local talent later. For now, just listen to that bump beat of the polka. You may remember I got a stash of expired film a whiles back, containing the Ziploc bag of false promises, which had a few rolls of Ektar 1000. Not 25, not 100, not 400, but 1000. Ektar 1000, and yes, I was thinking Cine Still 800T vibes, without the halation. As this particular film was about 75 years old and stored in a septic tank on the equator, I decided the best way to shoot the Ektar 1000 was at ISO 640 instead of the box speed. And in my heart of hearts, I knew I was going to get some amazing nighttime neon bangers. All handheld, of course, because I'm crazy. I'm crazy, I tell you. Well, as it usually does, my heart of hearts lied. I didn't get any nighttime neon shots with cool colours and amazing compositions. Well, I can't actually tell if the compositions were a maze on account that literally none of the photos turned out. Ivy from Emotional Towel developed my film and sent it to me in high-res TIFFs in her usual obliging manner. If you mention this ad or mention me to her, you'll probably get a 0% discount off your first order, and I'll leave a link in the description below. So there's no surprise that zillion-year-old high ISO film stored in Satan's butthole turned out like ass. And to be honest, I shouldn't be surprised, and neither should you. Did I mention these shots were taken on the Minolta 7000? One thing I will say about this crazy camera is that it doesn't like focusing in low light, but you can't have it all. Now there's something else I need to mention, and I know you're all too polite to ask. The elephant in the room, well, not an elephant, it's an elephant tree on account of this being vegan. An elephant tree of the Bercia microphilia to those more inclined to the Latin pronunciation. Yes, at this particular event there was no elephant and no animals apart from some unhappy looking good boys, knowing there will be no dropped beef sausage for them to gobble up. Yes, I'm talking about the vegan markets. The reason why I was here is frankly a story for another day. What I will say is those enviro-Nazis actually cook up some pretty decent things. I had a koshery, which is basically a spice-infused carb bomb. Now, if you know me, you'll know I adore both spices and carbs. If you find someone that looks at you the way I look at spices and carbs, you'll have a very long, happy relationship. The koshery, an Egyptian dish, continued to pay dividends the next day, when I experienced a deep, somewhat out-of-body cleansing experience. The details I'll leave up to your very vivid imagination. Just know that I found the reason why you'll never find a fat Egyptian. Well, serendipity was what I promised, and I hope I delivered. The photos were pus, the food was delicious, and I definitely walked away with a mixed bag of experiences. We've had a bit of everything in this video: neon lights, Egyptian food, expired film, even Satan's butthole. Now what other video on the internet can provide all that with the background tunes of polka, bumping in the background? Love God, love others, take time to listen.